Hello, Islam. Good morning. Hello, Wasim. Hello, Mosin. How am I holding up? Doing the best I can, as usual. Hello, Neil Raj and Neil. Hello, Skylar. How's everyone doing? I'm glad to hear that, Neil. All right. It's rainy here today, too. It's not raining right now, but it's cloudy, and it looks like it's going to rain later. Thank you, Islam. Mosin, I drink iced coffee. Just about every time I do a stream, I drink iced coffee. I don't like the morning, and the morning doesn't like me, so I need coffee. Skylar, the topic is right there on the top of your screen. What does it say? What's the title of my stream? Can you guys not see the title? I'm always curious. Okay, you can see the title. All right, well, good. I just wish more people would actually look at it. The title is, we're talking about stress. 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 So, welcome to my stream. You know, I think there's another thing I think they should do. Let me see if I can message them and tell them something at Hello Talk. Okay. Rick has some stuff to say about stress. Rick, what's your problem with stress? What stress do you have? Islam wants me to speak about stress first. Okay. So, yeah. We may as well get started. There's not many people here yet, but whatever. So, stress. Stress sucks, right? We all have stress. And it seems like stress gets worse and worse and worse every year in the world we live in right now. I don't think that's entirely accidental. I think that that stress is often something that is manufactured by our way of life in order to maintain control. I know that sounds very conspiratorial, but if life goes well for everyone, then everyone has time to do the things they want to do. They have time to focus on the things they really think are important. And they won't focus on things like work or relationships or things like that. So, and I feel like it's gotten worse. It's gotten more obvious like this. Do rich people have stress from life? Yeah, they do. I'm sure they do, but not in the same way. Not in the same way. Yeah. I know some people who are very rich. I know they have stress, but I also know that their stress doesn't affect them the same way that common people are affected by stress. Because they do have an ability to change a lot of their stress factors just with money. Right? So they can't fix everything with money, but they certainly can fix a lot. Mosen says, I think the root of many stresses are in the mind. Well, of course, that's true. But that doesn't mean they're not real. I think stress is kind of like the quality of the air you breathe. So, if you're not breathing good quality air, then you can't live well. And if your air is full of stress and what you breathe is full of stress, then you can't live well. And I think Manoj says wealth can bring its own set of stressors. Well, that's true. But again, like I said, I think that's like a different category of stress. It's knowing what to do with a whole lot of money is a very different kind of stress than the stress of not knowing if you're going to be able to eat tomorrow. You understand? Right? Oh, I have so much money, I don't know which stock I should buy, or if I buy this stock and I lose money, oh no, that's terrible. That is stress. You're right, that's stress. But that's very different than geez, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat tomorrow. You know? So, yeah. Hello, Fluke. Good to see you. Hello, Amin. Amin says, when something is blurry or obscured, we feel stress. Amin, you want to explain that a little bit more? To be honest with you, I think that the biggest guilt or the biggest stress that rich people should feel is guilt, but they don't. Oh, did I not do that? I guess I didn't do that. Thank you, Miguel. Hello, Miguel. Good to see you. Skylar says, I think money can solve 99% of problems. I don't think that's true. But I think it can alleviate a lot. I wouldn't say solve, but I would say alleviate, which means to lighten the load, to make the stress less serious. Mosen says, our mental reaction about many things are often different. Well, that's true. Again, yeah. But Mosen, I think it's very trite. Trite is a word that means too easy, too simple to just say that, well, stress is not really a thing. It's just how you react to it that matters. No, I think stress is a thing. It's a real thing. And sure, your reaction to it matters, but I think it's very, very silly to tell people that the only thing that matters is how you react to it. Skylar says, rich people have high levels of stress. Not the ones I know. I have not met any rich person who seems to be more stressed than some of the working people I know. They have stress, but they have options that you don't have if you're poor. Yara says maybe wealthy people experience stress more because they fear losing money, which could negatively impact their lives, but poor people have nothing. Well, sure, Yara, we say, sometimes we say, well, I have nothing to lose. If you have nothing to lose, then there's no risk, because the worst thing that can happen is you lose nothing, right? But does that mean that rich people feel more stress because, let's put it this way, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to feel very terrible about rich people's stress. I'm just not. It's not even the same category. It's not even the same category. The things that rich people worry about in general are not at all the same as what poor people worry about. Come on. I'm supposed to feel sorry about rich people and their stress? No, I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for them. They can pick up and go to Bali anytime they want to. They can go on vacation anytime they want to. They can make, small changes in their lives anytime they want to, just because they have more options. But not everybody has that. So come on, let's not even talk about rich people and their stress, because quite honestly, no. All right? No. No. let's talk about normal people with stress. Okay? Normal. Because if you're rich, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I don't know. Okay? Your life is fine. All right? Peter, it's spelled Trite, trite. Olivia, just spell your name with a regular N. I know it's not correct, but just do that. What is the reason for stress in life? There are lots of things that cause stress. Family causes stress, work causes stress, relationships cause stress. There are many, many things that cause stress. Freedom Ted. Today, it's just a topic, right? This is a new series that I'm starting on my live streams, assuming it goes well today. If nobody wants to talk about these things, then I'll just continue to do what I normally do. But I'm talking about stress because everybody has stress. All right, Freedom. Overthinking can cause stress. Sure, but underthinking can also cause stress. Major life changes, even positive ones, can sometimes be stressful. Sure, that's true also. Peter says there are always more solutions than stresses. Maybe. Rishi says, I do a lot of work, but still my boss gives me stress every day. Yeah, again, the older I get, the more I feel like work is an interesting thing. The word business, it means what you are busy with. Business, it comes from the word busy and ness. So business means what you keep yourself busy with. That's what business means. Okay, that's originally what business means, is what are you busy with? And so if you're busy with things that are not helping people, then I think that's an interesting thing. So most people think business is about making money. The more money you make, the more successful your business is. But then I would ask that you look at yourself and consider that if the word business means what you make yourself busy with, then if you spend all your time being busy doing things that don't help people, then what does that mean? You know? Am I a real Native American? Freedom Ted. The word Native American doesn't mean what you think it means. A Native American means a person whose entire heritage is from the United States, before the United States, right? So the American Native Indians, okay? Native American actually really means Aboriginal. Aboriginal means the original people from here. Okay? No, I'm not a Native American. Yes, I was born here, but that's very different. Okay? Native American, if you use the word Native American, that means the Aboriginal people of America who were here before Columbus, before all the white people came. Those are the Native Americans. Okay? If you want to say something close to that, I think what you want to say, are you a native English-speaking American? And yes, I am a native English-speaking American. But that's very different. Hello, Tanya. Selma, we're not talking about that today. You came on the wrong day. Look at the topic, okay? That's right. If you don't have business, then you are busy-less. But that's true. I just think you should just consider the word busy and mean, make sure that you're busy with doing good things. If you're not busy doing good things, then reconsider your life. Yes, I am a musician. Dania says, I think having a lot of free time might also bring you stress. Dania, I think maybe what you mean is having a lot of free time without purpose might bring you stress. That's possible. I think that that's possible. But again, being purposeful, not purposeless, is different than being in business, Yeah, I think it's mostly about having purpose. But I think we've created a world where most people think the only thing that is a good purpose is a purpose that makes a lot of money. I think that's a huge mistake. I think that's a big part of the reason why we live in a dark world, because purpose has lost all sense of humanity. Purpose is now just about money. Mustafa says, a man who has lost his shadow and it must either fall under the sway of madness or perish. Ooh, that's interesting. Who said that, Mustafa? That sounds like a quote. Well, Asma is looking at this in a very medical way. When you have stress, your body releases epinephrine and norepinephrine, which they increase the metabolic rate. Okay. So those are all true things. Bad relationships give stress in life. Okay, that's true also. Lily, I don't know what the purpose in life is. I think that the purpose, I think everyone should find a purpose in life that's beneficial to the greater good, not just your personal good. So our purpose in life should be working towards making things better for everyone. I think a big part of the problem right now is that everybody is working towards bettering their own lives. We focus on just how I can become better, not how we can become better. When you're exposed to injustice, that also stresses you out. That's true. Jean Baudrillard. Okay, I'm not familiar. Thank you for that quote. I like a good quote. I'm a quote guy. So, would someone like to come talk to me about stress? Anyone? Raise your hand if you want to come talk to me about stress. Yes, I am a musician. What's my recommendation for controlling stress? I don't think I have any. My life is full of stress. So I don't know if I'm a good person to give advice about stress. Some people in less advanced countries maybe think that people in advanced countries have not very much stress. I don't think it has anything to do with being advanced or less advanced. America is an advanced country, but I think most people have stress here. I think most people have stress here. And I think that it's kind of serious stress, to be honest with you. And again, I don't think that's by accident. I think that they make it stressful here on purpose. Because if people are stressed out, then they have to focus on surviving. And if you're focused on surviving, then you can't focus on changing. You know? Why are we talking about stress today? It was just a topic I chose. Maybe it belies my underlying feelings. So, yeah. Okay, let me see who wants to come talk to me. Let's talk to Mohammed Saeed first. Hello, Mohammed.
Hello, Mr. Michael.
How are you, my friend?
I am fine this day. I am happy, not stressed.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're not stressed. Good. So, do you want to tell us about stress then? How do you deal with your stress?
Yeah, I think the stress it's a inner feeling from the person itself. If you put yourself in a happy environment, in work, in home, with your friends, I think no stresses. The number of stresses people in America and Europe is about 30% of the people. It's a high number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I want to discuss with you the reasons of stress in the advanced country. I write this comment in the comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think the first. I want to the discussion not from one side, one side. Yeah, I will see reason, and if you want to contribute me in another reasons, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, the first reasons I think that is the European people not have the aims, the long aims for their life. He thinking about he will live and will die and nothing will happen. I think this is the fairest reason of stress.
Okay.
In
Well,
my
that's
opinion.
interesting.
In my opinion, yeah.
You mean focusing too much on your personal advancement, or what?
Personal.
Yeah, I mean, explain a little bit what you mean by that. Like, why you think about Arabic people, how it's different than Western people.
Because in Arabian people, we have concentrate in inner feelings, the soul, the religion, the traditions. The family is still exists. When I face some problems, for me, I leave the work about 2 years. But I don't get stressed because my family stand up with me, my friends stand up with me. This is friends
Community.
yeah, the community, yeah, the God
Right.
community.
Right, and that's kind of what I was saying is I feel like I can only speak about my country. And in my country, I do feel that most people seem to be focused on their own personal life so much that there is not a great sense of community here. Now, I'm going to try to be careful about my words here, but I don't think that's true for everyone. Maybe we do have religion here, of course, and there are many people who go to church and they find community there, right? And I think that's great. But I kind of feel it's a little weird. And the reason why I think it's a little bit weird is because I don't think that you should have to have religion to have community, right? So, let's put it this way. How do I say this? I think that there are some people who they go to church here and they feel like they're part of a community, and those people help each other and they feel like they're supported by that community, and that's great. But I kind of feel it's almost what's the right word? I almost feel like it's almost exploitative, which means that I feel like there might be some people who just go to church because they need to feel a community. They don't really necessarily want to be a part of the religion part of it. They just feel lonely and they feel like they need someone. They need people. They need a community, and that's the only community that they see happening here, so they go there. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't really approve of that, because I feel like that's almost using religion as a way to force people into a community because it's the only community available, right? Sometimes people ask me if I'm religious, and I tell them that my religion is a very personal thing for me. It's not part of a group, you know. What I like to say is it doesn't matter if I don't believe in God, because God believes in me. So, and what I mean is,
are you believe in God, Mr. Mark?
I believe in something. Yeah. But the way again, I don't want to talk too much about religion, but I'll just say that I kind of look at it like, the idea of God is kind of like trying to explain your computer to your dog. It's too complicated. He's never going to understand, right? So I think the idea of God is so complicated that it's far greater than we're ever really going to understand. So I believe in something that's big and something that can't be understood. That's what I believe in. But let's get back to talking about how that plays into community, because I do admire the religious communities, right? I admire the way that they have a group of people who help each other. I just feel like I wish it wasn't exclusive to only the people who believe that thing, right? Because everybody needs to feel a sense of community, everyone. And maybe the people who don't have religion need it more than anyone, right? So
I don't agree with this point here.
Okay, so why not?
When I will explain from the first. As a human, I have something inner and something outer. Mm-hmm. The body, feeds from the land, because the body creates from the land. You eat fruit, you eat vegetables, you eat beans, all this from the land, yeah? Mm-hmm. Get the point? Mm-hmm. And the other main thing in human body is the spirit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the spirit, because what is the difference between one alive and one dead? No spirit. The body is still the same body, there is an experiment some scientists made in America, USA. They weigh the body before dead and after dead. You know this experiment?
I do know it. Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing is no grams. Mm-hmm. Difference between this case and this case. Mm-hmm. But in fact, there is something exit from the body. This something is spirit. I think all body human take care about his bodies. He play football, he play game, he eat good, drinking good, but don't care with the spirit.
Right.
If you don't care with the spirit, you will get some bad feeling like stress, like schizophrenia, like all psychology diseases. This is my point.
Okay. I think I agree with you partly. My father is a psychologist, so my view about psychology is a little bit different. I don't think psychology comes like I think there are many things that happen to create psychological problems. Some of them are genetic, some of them are environmental, some of them are stress oriented, but there are many things. But I think maybe you misunderstood me. I guess what I'm saying is just that I consider myself to be a spiritual person.
Spiritual person.
Yeah, I'm a spiritual person because I do believe in something bigger than me. You know, I feel like it can't be explained. It can't be understood. You can't talk about it. It's too big to even talk about. It's arrogant, in my opinion, to kind of even think that you understand, you know, because it's just far bigger than you. But I try to spend my time. Spirituality to me means knowing what's important in life, what's really important, and trying to do things to cultivate the things that are very important in life. And so all I meant was just that we all seek a community. We want a community. We want to feel like we're not alone. And so religion does give that community to many people. But what I was saying is I think there are many people who don't feel that they're part of that religion, but they need to feel a community. They still need to feel a community, and they feel very alone because of it. And I don't feel like, how do I say this? Like, let me put it to you this way. Like, maybe I would want to go to your mosque just to feel a sense of community. But I don't feel like I should have to join anything to do that. I feel like if a community should be for everyone, and it shouldn't be exclusionary. You know, you shouldn't be excluding people. It should be welcoming. You know, that's the difference. If it's not welcoming, then it's what we call a clique. A clique, CLIQUE. It means
What does it mean?
It means a group of people, kind of like when you're in high school, they have many cliques. Like there's the cool people, and there's the sports people, and there are all these little groups that they only hang out with each other, right? And they exclude you if you're not part of that group. They say, no, you're not cool enough to be in my group or something, right? Yeah. So community should never feel like a clique. Community should feel like it's welcoming to everyone all the time. Right?
Yeah.
That's all I mean. Now, before we go on, let me address a few people in my chat here. Freedom Ted, hello. I think you're new here on Hello Talk, so I want to try to explain a few things to you, Freedom. Don't be so trite about things, Freedom. And no, Freedom. If you're going to talk about things like that, then you may have to leave, okay? Because, come on, don't say stuff that's like that, because that's too triggering. No, we're not talking about killers. We're not talking about the worst people. We're not talking about those things, okay? I'm not annoyed by you, but I feel like you're kind of desperate for attention. So calm down, all right? And try listening a little bit more instead of just saying so much what you want to say. All right? Okay, so calm down and just listen a bit more. All right? Thank you. I appreciate that. And remember, people, we're here to talk about things and be positive. If you say things like, you know, we have to kill the worst people, I may have to remove you. Okay? That's not a positive thing to say in any chat room. Okay? So if you can't say it in a mature and calm and positive way, then you shouldn't say it at all here. Okay? Everybody, are we listening to me? Okay? So calm down with all the killer talk and all that kind of stuff, all right? And the worst people and all this garbage, okay? I don't want to hear it. All right. Try listening to what we're talking about and follow what I'm talking about. Okay? Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for letting me just deal with that for just a moment. So, Mohammed, again, to me, I think
I want to understand what's happening in the chatting. Explain for me because
yeah. Well, I don't know. They said something that I just feel was too over the line. You know, they're talking about killing the worst people and stuff like that. No, we can't talk about things like that here. All right, that's not a solution to anything. Okay.
yeah, we're speaking high level of thinking
That's
now.
right. Yeah, that's a very low level of thinking. That's a very low level of thinking when you think about that, when you talk about that like that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So anyway, Mohammed, the point is just that I feel that being connected to something greater than yourself is the most important thing. That's all. Now, how you define it and what it is, that's different. But I guess what I mean is if you're a spiritual person, then that should give you some sense of community. But I feel like oftentimes that it doesn't. You know, sometimes it feels like a sense of loneliness. So, because I feel like I'm a spiritual person, but I don't feel like I have a community.
Yeah, the point is, my friend, the point is, if some people get this way, spiritual way that I explained for you, and in the end of the way, the feeling like happy, like what is the meaning of calm, and the happiness and the calmness is the stage stable for these feelings. Yeah. When I walk in this way, excuse me for my English, a little bit.
No, your English is pretty good,
yeah.
Mohammed. You're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking about very difficult things, so your English
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah, when I walk in this way and come back and tell my friend Mark, this way is good. If you want to happy, to calm, to what, you can get this spiritual and get a community with spiritual meditation, we connecting with the God, pray, giving forgiveness for the other. I think it's a package, my friend, not community, not spiritual, not connecting with the God only, not forgiveness only, but it's a group of things you must make to get this way, to get happiness and to get calm and get satisfying for yourself. That is the point.
Okay, I think I can understand. Yeah, you know, I guess one of the things is for me is I've always kind of been afraid of groups because.
Right?
Yeah, because when you get a group of people together, then they all start thinking that they have the right view. And I never think that's usually a good thing. You know, like
For you.
every time,
For you.
well, for me, I can only say for me. Because I think that being humble is a really important part of life. And when you're humble, you should admit that you don't know everything. And you should admit that you are still learning and doing the best you can. But when you get any group of people together and let's just say that that's one of the negative parts of community, is that when community comes together too much, it almost forms a new kind of arrogance. Like, oh, well, we're all together and we know what we're doing, so we know this is the right way, you know? And so then
I agree with you.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like it's a little dangerous, because if you're not always staying humble, then there's a problem, you know?
Humble. Explain humble, please.
To be humble means to HUMBLE. It means to not think you know everything. To stay. What's another word for it? One moment.
Random thinking, yeah.
Humble means to say, stay modest, stay gentle in your thinking. if you're the opposite of humble means you think you know everything.
Yeah, I get it. I
Right,
get it.
so-
Dina explain. Dina write it in Arabic. Thank
There
you,
we go.
Dina.
Okay, thank you for that, everybody. Yeah. So again, I guess what I was just trying to say is just that's the only thing that I feel I always worry about being in a community, because every time I've seen communities, they end up becoming less than humble. They're not humble. They usually, there's almost an arrogance about it. And maybe that's just the ones that I have seen. It might not be all of them, but it could just be some of them. So, but we're talking about stress, and I'm trying to say that I think community can be a wonderful way to feel like you have some place to deal with your stress, because you have a group of people to share your stress with, right?
Yeah. Right.
But that's why, like I said, community should always feel welcoming to everyone, or it's not a community anymore, it's a clique.
Click. Yeah.
Yeah, a clique means it's like a group where we say that you must be like this or you can't fit in, So
The question is, my friend, why you Mark have a lot of friends all over the world with a lot of religions, different thinkings. Why you can't thinking about one group or one community? You establish it. Mark is the first one of this group. And maybe with your with this humble thinking, you get a lot of people the same as you think.
Well, that is what I do here. That is kind of what I feel like I do. That's what I want to do here. That's why my website is called AFIEC English, and that means a friend in every corner English. Because that's what I want to do with this app, is I do want to make a friend in every single place in the world. And I want to feel like if I go to your country, that there will be people who are happy to see me,
Yeah. And for me also, happy to meet you in your country or on my country.
Right.
I am not now.
Right. Yeah. The community that I belong to is the community of Earth. I belong to the community of humanity.
Humanity.
Yeah. That's the group I belong to. I belong to the group of humans.
But the meaning of humans and the human rights and the rights of childs, this laws in our Middle East or Arabian region, this meaning not good, because of Gaza war.
Right. So again,
no child hold rights, no human rights. Everything is fake.
Well, right. That's different. That's when they talk about rights like they're laws. And rights are not laws. Rights are part of spirituality. Rights are part of people. So, I'm not talking about laws. I'm just saying that, like, I am not an American first. I'm a human first. That's what I say, which means that my community that I belong to is the group of people around the world, people who want to help each other. And nationalism is just not a thing for me. It's just not a thing for me. I like my country in many ways, but I also don't like it in many ways. But the point is I don't view myself as part of just this community. I view myself as part of the world. That's why I come here. Because I like to talk to a group of people from around the world, and I like to feel connected to a world community, not just some national community or regional community. Regions are weird. I think it's really weird to connect yourself to a small area, whether that's your neighborhood or your state or your province or your country. I connect myself to people. People.
Yeah, wide range.
Yeah, right. And that's what I want to do. I want to feel like no matter where I go, I'm connected to people who just want to be good to each other. That's all.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that there are more people like that in the world.
But the question is Mark is happy? Are you consider yourself is a happy man, Mark? This is the question. Yeah. This is the main question.
Maybe not right now. Happiness is a funny thing too, because I think sometimes when you're happy, you also feel carefree, and being carefree means that you aren't pushing yourself, and at this point in my life, I'm pushing myself as hard as I've ever pushed myself before, because I'm trying to do something that's very difficult to do, and I'm doing it by myself. So, I'll be happy if I can make this work. If I do this every day and I come here and I try to build this whole thing, and I'm really working hard at trying to create something new and different, and I'm trying to create this sense of world community, and I'm trying to make a living doing it, and it's hard. So, I feel lucky, but I also feel stressed.
Stressed, yeah.
Yeah. I feel lucky, but I also feel stressed.
I'm sorry, when you take a long time in thinking to answer my question, this means you are stressed more than happy.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Is that
I'm
the
sorry.
call to prayer?
I'm sorry to see that. Yeah.
No. That's okay. Of course, I know that. Yeah. Again. Yeah, I'm stressed.
Yeah. You stressed, and you look for or you search about something made you more happy, more satisfying, more fulfilled. Yeah.
Well, I think the thing I'm working on will do that. I think the thing I'm working on will make me feel more satisfied. But it's just if I can, that's the thing that Mohammed is unfortunately, we live in a world where you have to have money to have success. Success, in my opinion, when people ask me what is success, I say success is doing what makes your heart happy. But unfortunately, in the real world, success is tied to money, because you can't do what makes your heart happy if you don't have money to do it, right? And so,
but sometimes a lot of people have money but not have a happiness.
That's true, but I think that's because sometimes they're focused on making money for the wrong purposes. They're still just looking at money as a way to make themselves happy.
Yeah, a lot of people in Switzerland have $1 million and they get killed himself. Yeah. And they have a lot of girls, have a lot of money, have a lot a lot of friends, and in the end, he is just about 30 years old and kill himself.
Right.
Why?
Right. Yeah. And like I said, that's why I think when you talk about business, the word business is interesting, because the original meaning of business means what you are busy with. And so if you spend your time being busy, only focused on making money, then yeah, I don't think you're going to be happy. You know, I think that you should spend time being busy trying to make the world a better place in any way you can. In every way you can. So whatever job you do, I don't care what job you do, if you're an IT guy or if you're a plumber or if you're a musician or if you're a doctor or a lawyer, your main focus should be on how can I make the world a better place doing what I do. If everybody focused more on that, then we would have a permanent sense of community from everyone. But right now, I think business means trying to make money for yourself to help yourself. And that's it. That's the majority of people. I think they view business as that. And that's why I don't want to do business. or I should say business should be, you should understand that the word business means what you are busy with. That's what business is. It's what you are busy with. And if you're busy only working on making money for yourself, then you're not making the world a better place.
Yeah, we are agree with the point. There is something except money, except the work, except wife, except the friends, make the person happy. It's something from inner, not from the out. In our religion, we name it spirit or spiritual, as you speak in the first. In another cultures, maybe psychology, but I think if you get interested with yourself and get interested with the others and give the others more than you take from the others,
right,
you will on the right way. I think
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that you should give more than you take. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Rishi wants to know, what is the meaning or purpose of life? And, you know, I heard a great quote about that once, and it always stuck with me. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. The purpose of life is to give life purpose. So stop looking for it, make it. Don't look for something that you can't look for it. You have to find it inside yourself. So if you want meaning in your life, then give your life meaning. If you want purpose in your life, then give your life purpose. And like you were just saying, I think that the purpose should be focused on others, not on ourselves. Everyone should do that. I don't care what job you have. If you can't find a way to make it good for other people, then I don't think that's a job we need. You know? So. Yeah. Anyway, stress is difficult. Stress is difficult.
I think a lot of people listen to us is interested with this subject. Mm-hmm. And excuse me, now we have to pray Al-Maghrib.
No problem.
Yeah, Mohammed. I wanted to get out, but I wanted to arrange another long meeting with you. And if any person from the listener wanted to contribute with us with this subject, because this subject is very interesting for a lot of people, and they don't get response for their questions. Mm-hmm. A lot of questions, but not response, not good response. I think you thinking in deep and good for expressions than me. And I hope we can get another meeting if you have a time, inshallah.
Sure, inshallah. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you, Mohammed. Shukran.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
I will see you next time. Take care.
Goodbye, inshallah.
Okay, let's see. Abdo, hello, Abdo. Nice to see you here. However, Abdo, That's not a topic we can talk about, okay? I have feelings about it. I have very serious feelings about it, but we can't talk about those things here, okay, Abdo? All right? This is a place where we talk about language and culture, and I understand that those are terrible things that are happening, but politics and religion are two things that we can't talk about, and you're talking about both of them. Okay, Abdo? So, do me a favor and try not to get kicked out of my room. Okay? Okay, and I appreciate that, Abdo. I appreciate that, but just try to do it without crossing lines, okay? Try to do it without crossing lines, all right? All right, let me check some comments here, and then I'll see if I can talk to someone else. Elliot says, you mean community should have a broader inclusion to take people from various backgrounds? Yeah, Elliot, you know, community should be limitless. If community has limits, then it's just a clique. It's just a group of people who exclude some other people. If you're excluding people, then it's not a community much, is it really? You know? Rishi wants me to create a group where we can connect together. Rishi, I have tried to do that before. I have tried to create a few groups on Hello Talk, but it always ends up terrible. Whenever I create a group of people on Hello Talk, it's very self-serving. So every time I create a group on Hello Talk, it's a bunch of people who just want to do what they want to do, right? So they come and they ask their personal questions in my Hello Talk group, and they just want their answers, right? Yeah, and I think I should say that about Hello Talk in general. You know, if you come to my streams and the first thing you do is ask about yourself, I feel like you're missing out here. You're not really appreciating the way this thing works. Listen before you speak. And understand that this is a global community here. This is a global community, and you can be connected to it. And you can get help for your personal needs, but you need to think about supporting the community first. If everybody here just is talking about, well, can you answer my question? Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question? Please answer my question, Teacher Mark. That doesn't feel like a community. That doesn't feel like you care about anyone else but you. And I'll be honest, I often feel that way here. I do live streams, 3 or 4 times a week, and voice rooms 2 or 3 times a week. And unfortunately, I often feel like people are here just to take what they want, not to give anything. And they're not part of a community. They're just trying to get answers for themselves, and that's it. And I don't like that too much, to be honest. It was great to talk to Muhammad, though. Muhammad was really thoughtful. He was very thoughtful in his answers. How do I deal with stress? I won't say that all of my methods for dealing with stress are good, because if you have stress, then what you should try to do to deal with stress is make small steps forward. You know, like they tell you, if you can't solve the whole problem, just solve a little bit of it, right? So if you don't have the energy to clean your room, then just clean the corner of your room. You know? If you don't have the energy to clean the corner of your room, then just pick up one thing. At least you're doing something, right? When I'm stressed out, I will go fishing or hiking because I like nature. Nature gives me some sense of calm. And I do the things that I like to do in my life, like cooking. I like to cook. So when I'm stressed out, I usually cook, which is not a good thing because I'm usually getting fat. So if you see me gaining weight, it's usually because I'm stressed out. You know, gardening. I like gardening. Gardening is a very interesting thing. When you grow plants and you take care of them, then there's a certain connection to the world and to the earth. So when I'm stressed out, I do the things I do best, or I try to. I play music, of course. Nastya, what are you asking about? When someone don't ask questions? I'm not sure what you mean. Are you still here, Nastya? What could happen if someone talks about politics or religion on Hello Talk? Well, you'll probably get either warned and they will shut down your account for a little while, or they'll just remove you, Nor. Hello Talk is not a place. There are 3 things that you should not be doing here. 1, flirting. Okay, if you want a girlfriend, get Tinder. Okay, there are 100 apps or 1,000 apps for flirting. Go get one of those. This is not the purpose here. Okay, and 2, talking about religion. Religion is a personal thing, and it should remain that way, in my opinion. Okay, and if you want to talk about those things, again, there are apps for that. Okay, and politics, because politics and religion are 2 things that are very personal, and because they're so personal, they cause arguments. They cause conflicts. So that's why you're not supposed to talk about them here, because whatever view you have, right or wrong, there will be somebody who disagrees with you vehemently, which means very much. Okay? And it's just going to cause a conflict. Okay? So that's why you can have whatever views you want about those things, but this is not the place for it. Just like Noor, you don't want people coming here to flirt either, because it's not the place for it, right? So consider flirting and religion and politics to be of the same type. This is just not the place for it, that's all. Okay? Okay. What can we do to help the community? Well, Noor, that's a good question. The first thing you should do, instead of asking, can you help me with my English? Don't ask for someone to give you something. Offer to give them something. Right? So offer to help someone else before you ask for help. Okay? Hello, Belen, my dear. I'll tell you what. There are a small number of people here on Hello Talk who give me a great sense of community. I have almost 69,000 followers, and that's great. But it's actually, only about 40 or 50 of them who really make me feel better here. Because they value me and they see that I'm trying to do something here, and they support me. They do their best to try to let me know that they are here for me. I think I don't have to mention names. If you are part of that group, then you know who you are. And that I'm trying to help people with their language, but I'm also trying to develop a sense of community in the world. So exercise is good for stress too. Yeah, that's why I like to go hiking, because that's kind of my exercise. What's my favorite food to cook? Gabriel, I don't have a favorite food. I like cooking, food and music and language. Those are things that I don't have favorites. I like them all. Okay? Thank you, Abdo. Okay. You've been on Hello Talk for 3 days and you feel that learning English is just a way to make a girlfriend and a boyfriend? Well, Rishi, no, it's not. Learning is learning, man. Learning is about improving yourself by understanding the world better. Okay? Don't ruin it by connecting it to something so small like finding a boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay? Girls talk with the boys who have a seductive voice. Rishi, buy a microphone and you'll have a seductive voice. But Rishi, no. Okay, we're not going to talk about this very much, but I'm going to give you one very simple piece of advice, Rishi. Okay, listen to me. Okay, if you want a girl to be interested in you, then you must become interesting. Okay? Why does a bee go to a flower? Because it smells good and it looks good. Okay? It's interesting to the bee. So if no bees are visiting your flower, it's because you have not made yourself interesting. Okay? And I don't mean how you look. I'm not talking about looks. It's a very simple thing. Develop yourself. Develop your person. Make yourself a better person. And then people will be interested in you. Okay? So what do you have to offer? And I don't mean money. I mean, are you smart? Are you well-spoken? Are you cultured? Do you know how to cook? Do you know other languages? Do you know, what do you know? What do you have to offer? If you have a lot to offer, then people will be interested in you. So stop trying to sell yourself if there's nothing to sell. Okay? Stop trying to sell yourself if there's nothing to sell. Build value in yourself, and guess what? Things of great value don't need to sell themselves. things of great value are just wanted. Okay? So that's all I will say about that. Okay. Let's see if somebody else wants to talk to me about stress. Noor, how do you face bad or creepy people on Hello Talk? Just report them, block them, and walk away. That's the best thing you can do. Anybody who's bothering you on Hello Talk, report them immediately. That's the best thing you can do. Don't just walk away from them and ignore them. Report them. If you report them, then they will be restricted. Their account will be restricted, and eventually they'll learn. Okay? Eventually they'll learn. But I just try to tell people here, you can find a girl on Hello Talk. You can. But it has to happen naturally, 1. It can't happen desperately, 2. Focus on building a friendship first, 3. Friendships sometimes turn into something more. But a friend isn't immediately just trying to flirt with you. All right? Desperation is a stinky perfume. Okay. Oh, look who it is. Let's talk to Xiaofeng. Oh, actually, no. Xiaofeng, I need to talk to Khan Baba first because he was waiting, and then I'll talk to you, okay? Hello, Khan Baba. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm feeling awesome. How about you?
I'm pretty good. I'm okay. I can't complain. And you're in Pakistan. Have I talked to you before?
Yes, sir.
I
How
remember you
can I
now.
forget you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
How can I
remembered that.
forget you? You helped me a lot, and I have no word to say thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sir. I joined again this app from last 1 month because I go for my interview, like you know that, and now I clear my interview, and second time.
Good for you.
It's
Congratulations.
it's all about you because you is my teacher, and I never forgot your kindness, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing I wish we could get paid for. I wish we could get paid for helping people, you know? Wouldn't that be a
Yeah.
nice world if you could become rich from helping people?
Mm.
That would be nice. Yeah. But anyway, but it does make me feel good, at least. It makes me feel good to help people, you know?
Mm.
So,
Sir.
so Khan Baba, did you have something you want to talk about with stress today, about stress?
I am not so educated. I am a little boy. I will say some things, but if I say any wrong sentence or any wrong word, so I'm really sorry for that. First of all,
It's all right.
uh, stress when you deserve something from other, and they do not give those things to you, then you will become a stressful person. Am I right?
Say that one more time.
If you deserve something from the other person, and they do not give those things to you, then you will be in a stress.
Well, that's one cause of it, sure. Yeah.
Yes, so
Cool.
that's one cause. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
No, that's true. That's like that's kind of what they say in Buddhism, in the religion of Buddhism. They kind of say that all of your negative emotions and negative feelings are caused by your desire for things. When you want something and it doesn't happen the way you want it to, then you feel bad. And that's true. That is true. A lot of what we feel in life, our bad feelings, are from expectations. If you expect things to happen a certain way, but they don't happen that way, then you feel disappointed, you know? But that's a really hard thing to do, to live life without expectations, I don't know if that's really possible. You know, everybody has to have expectations about things. You expect things. If we didn't have expectations, we might not push ourselves to become better. You know, so stress does have some positive value, actually, because stress sometimes forces us to become better. Not always, but
Like,
sometimes.
like, like how? Can you explain this?
Well, yeah. If you want to do something great and it's difficult to do, you feel stress. But it's like climbing a mountain, right? When you climb a mountain, it's hard. It's stressful. Of course it is. But when you get to the top, you feel like you accomplished something, right? So life without stress might mean you're not ever challenging yourself in any way. You know, if you have no stress in your life at all, then maybe you're not challenging yourself at all, and that's not good. So stress does have some value sometimes. I think that stress
Yeah,
is just,
sometimes positive value.
yeah, stress though is one of those things that if you feel like you have to deal with your stress alone, then that's a problem. I think that becomes very difficult when you have stress and there's no one else to listen to you or talk to you or help you with that stress. That's difficult. Going through life alone with stress is hard. But if you have stress and you have a group of people who support you, then you can get through your stress, you know? I think everybody needs to
Yeah,
feel a feeling of team, like a team. A team is a group of people who want to support you, right? They're on your team, right? So they help you. And
yeah,
we need that. But like I said, stress is really dangerous when it becomes combined with loneliness or being solitary. If you're by yourself and you have stress, that can be very dangerous, I think.
yeah, yeah. So if someone in a stress and he not now, how can I solve the problem or how can I find the solution? So what's your answer? What he do in this situation?
Well, that like I said, that's why stress is dangerous if you're by yourself. Because if you're by yourself, then you don't have anyone else to ask. You don't have anyone else to try to help you with those things. But if you have stress and you have a group of people that support you, then you can talk to them about it, and hopefully, just talking to people about your stress is sometimes a good thing. You know, stress is a negative cloud. It's negative air inside of you. And if you always keep that inside of you, then it poisons you, you know? But if you have someone
Yeah,
to talk to, then you can let that air out and then you feel like you're getting the poison out of you, you know? So, for example,
yeah,
my band, you know, those guys, I've known the guys in my band for like 30 years. And sometimes when we get together, we're supposed to play music, but we don't. We just talk. You know, we just talk to each other about our stresses. So just last week, I was supposed to get together and go to rehearse and write some new music, but we actually just talked the whole time. And that's good because you're getting it out. We call that venting. To vent means to let those things out of you, you know? And sometimes that's valuable just because it's not good to keep it inside.
yeah. But sometime, sir, sometime people take in deep stress. Like then he go to doctor and then he take medicine. So what's your opinion about that? Like sometimes they discuss our stress to people, but still they have in a deep stress.
Well, if you are feeling bad and you talk to people and that doesn't make you feel better, then that might be a time that you need to really ask for real help. You know, again, my father is a psychologist. That's his job. His job was he's retired now, but for many years, his job was he was a professional person that would talk to you about your stress in life. Maybe your stress about family, your stress about work, your stress about relationships, your future. Yeah, he would talk to you about your stress and try to help you to understand it better and try to give you better ideas of how you can move forward, you know?
Yeah.
And so there are professional people who are good for that, and sometimes you should seek them, I think, you know? Psychology is a very underappreciated field. You know, a great psychologist is just a wonderful listener who gives you some advice, and they're not connected to you. They're outside of you. So what that means is sometimes when you talk to your friends or your family, they can't give you good advice because they're too close to you. They're too connected to what you are. But if you talk to somebody who's outside of the group, then they can give you a better perspective because they're not connected to you. So they have nothing to gain and nothing to lose. They will tell you what they feel honestly, you know. So seeking professional counseling from a real counselor, a real psychologist, a real person whose job is to help people like that can be good, because if you find the right one, it's like finding like your own personal source of wisdom. You know, and half of what you do is just talk to them. Half of what you do is just say, you know, well, I feel this, I feel this, I feel this. And then they'll talk to you and try to give you a different view of the problems you have. They'll try to help you find another pathway that you didn't see, right? So you think you only have one path or two paths or three paths, but maybe you have 4 or 5 that you didn't see, right? And so so sometimes I think that if you really need it, then you should seek real professional help, because sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher Mark. I have one other question, teacher Mark. If someone not find a good person, like you say that a psychologist
Hmm.
or any other good person, so in this situation, what he do?
If you can't find someone like that, that's difficult.
Yeah, that's difficult.
It is. It's difficult. Yeah. I think that you need to do the next best thing, which is to talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to someone
Who,
you trust.
like you, sir, like you say that find a good psychologist. After the psychologist, if you not find it, so who will be give you a good decision, or who will be guide you in a good way, like mother, father, or brother, or
Right.
any relative like that? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, maybe. Maybe they will. Yeah, but it's difficult because sometimes your father, your brother, your mother, they're too close to you, so they can't really give you really good advice because they're too close to you. So their advice is kind
Yeah.
of what's the right word I'm looking for? Their advice might be not focused only on what's good for you. Their advice might be focused on something that's about them too, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, and actually Nina said something good these days. Actually, that's one good thing I didn't think about. if you can't find a psychologist in your community, then they do have it online now. It's pretty amazing that you can find counselors online, and I will tell you this about counselors. If you want a psychologist or a counselor, oh no, Khan Baba, we lost you. Must have run out of time. Well, let me just finish what I was saying. Finding a good counselor or finding a good psychologist, the best advice I can give you is you have to understand that you might have to try a few. You might have to try a few before you find the one that you feel you can trust. Okay? If you just go to the first person you know and look in the phone book and find somebody, that might not work, right? So the connection you feel with that person has to feel like, I can trust this person. I feel comfortable with this person. And you might not feel comfortable with the first one. So you should think about that. If you're looking for help from a professional, that's good. But just remember that you have to find the right one for you, right? And it's not just anybody. So you might have to try a few. But online therapy is a great thing to try because you can try many different people and find one that you feel comfortable with. Okay? Doing exercise is good for stress. It's a good way to try to release stress, at least, but there's a difference between trying to, stress, when we have stress, if I go hiking, I feel better, but my stress is still there. Right? If I go fishing, I feel better, but my stress is still there. So part of stress, you can't just look at stress like it's something that you can just find something to do for fun and that'll make it better. No, that will make you feel better temporarily, but stress always requires some kind of a plan to deal with your thing, right? You have to find a way to actually look at your problems and find a way through them. Okay? So exercise and nature and music and, those things can all temporarily make you feel a little bit better, but they don't actually address the problem. Right? So you have to make sure you follow the idea that whatever stress you have to look at it directly and try to figure out a way through, not just a way to forget about it temporarily. I'm happy for you, Belen. I'm glad. Thank you, Gerson. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel. It's right here. Okay, who else would like to talk to me? Xiaofeng, let's talk to Xiaofeng. She's always happy. Hello, Xiaofeng.
Pretty loud because I listen what you say.
Okay, all right, take your time.
Glad to talk to you again. Hello, Teacher Mark.
Hello, Xiaofeng. How are you?
Pretty good. I know other people already asked you, so you say good, cannot complain.
Yeah, that's what we say in America, usually when people ask us, like how we're doing or whatever, we just say, oh, I'm fine. I can't complain. That doesn't mean you are fine. Maybe you have a lot of problems, but we try not to sound like that's all we do is talk about our problems. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You are very no, you are not. Yes, positive as well. Negative. No, you are very positive, Teacher Mark.
I try to be. I don't think I always am, but I try to be.
Good. Teacher Mark, I prepared a few questions for you.
Okay. All right.
The first one is because before I join your live stream, but normally you do your live stream for couple hours, very long, and I was not VIP, so I cannot join that long. So sometimes I just join your live stream on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then I listen to you, and sometimes I listen to you while I'm memorize the vocabulary, because I remember what you told us. If you want to study a language well, I even took a note, and like speaking, listening, vocabulary, blah 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 8. uh,
Mhm.
so the first question for teacher Mark is, I still remember I took the note couple days no, a few weeks ago. The first one is, what's your, because you are a teacher, you are English teacher and a Chinese teacher, but I have a question for you is, what's your secret of being a teacher on Hello Talk over 10 years, because you got zero money, you got $0. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because you are very passionate, right, to
Mhm.
about teaching. I think a person can do it over 10 years. It means he loves this job, because $0.
Well, yeah. So I've been on the app for more than 10 years, but I started live streaming, I don't know, about 3 years ago, something like that.
Oh.
And yeah, because they didn't have live streams before that.
Oh.
And that's an interesting question. I don't. I'm not motivated by money. So
Yeah, I know.
I need money, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I have stress, because I don't have enough. But I just try to help people. That's what I want to do, is help people. So that's why I like teaching, because teaching that's your job, is to help people. But that's why I'm stressed out, because I need to turn this into something where I can make enough money. You know, I don't want to be rich. I'm not trying to be spoiled. I just want to be able to support myself to do what I do. But I'm not good at that. I'm not good at how to make money out of things like this, because every time I focus on making money, I feel like I'm exploiting people. I feel like I'm not focused on the right things, you know? And that's why I feel like, you know, we need to create a world where money is not so important, because the more important money becomes, the less important other things become, right? So when everybody's focused on making money, you can't focus on doing the right thing anymore. You have to focus on what you need to do to make money. And that's what happens to a lot of people. A lot of people make the wrong choices because of money, and they have to make money. So that's why the more we make money important, the more likely there are people who will make the wrong decisions in life, you know? So it's what we call a catch-22, because I need money and I need to make this more successful. But I still don't want to focus on money, you know, like, again, business, the word business means what you are busy doing. And I want to be busy helping people. I don't want to be busy counting dollars. I don't want to be busy trying to figure out how I can get more money from more people. I want to just do what I do, which is talk to people and help them and try to find new ways to communicate and connect with people. That's what I want to do. So I don't know if I have a good answer for you about that, because I probably should quit.
No, it's okay, because I already understand. Because if I have to summarize, because you want to help others, just like you always mention and you always do.
Right. Yeah. But
But I have heard that you say that you also have, because everyone has stress. Everyone is just stressful for different reasons, maybe for family, work, or like the Ken just said about future. So, and because always you, teacher Mark is the one who gives us a lot of advice about life, because you're older than us, you have experienced a lot. And but now as your student, I also want to give you a little advice.
sure.
um I think you focus a lot, you spend a lot of time to teach us, and sometimes you make you feel, because you do it every week, 3 or 4 times for live stream, or 2 or 3 or 4 times for voice room. A lot, that's really a lot. Like even I work at school, I only teach 17 classes for 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 my students, but you are doing here for couple hours, equal my job, but I have income, you have zero. So sometimes if you feel tired, please do something you like to relax yourself, because we want you want us happy, you want us to be happy, we also want you to be happy and healthy,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
because we concerned about you, we do love you, like I said when we just first time talk. Yeah.
Thank you. That's nice. Yeah. I think I'm at a point now where it's just, I've been doing this by myself for like 3 years, and I've done as much as I can do by myself, but I just need more help from people. I need other people to try to do something for me to help me. I'm just feeling like it's impossible to be successful on your own. It's impossible to be successful by
Oh,
yourself.
yeah.
You
I
need
agree.
other people to help you, and it's nice to get support from my friends who say, we love you. That's great. But I do need more than that too. I need actual tangible help, and I don't know what. I don't know, Islam is always asking me, how can I help you? What can I do? I don't even know. I don't know what you can do, I don't know. I just want to be able to do this. And I'm feeling like I don't know if I can keep doing it because I'm not making any money. So, yeah, it's very stressful. Like, I've been wanting to take this trip to Europe. I've been talking about it for more than a year. I've never been to Europe. I haven't had a vacation in, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
And I want to meet some of my friends from Hello Talk in Europe. I have family in Europe that I've never met before that I'd like to meet them, and I've been talking about that for a while, like a year, but I don't even know if I can afford it, like, so.
I actually thought you are rich. Sorry.
No, I am not
Because
rich.
you do, I know, because you do write book, and you are a musician, and you teach English. I thought you are rich. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not rich. I'm writing a book because I want to just write my ideas down. I just want to get my ideas out into the world. And because I hope that maybe I can make a little bit of money from it, but people don't usually make a lot of money from books. And
Oh,
I'm a musician because that was my main job for a long time. And I'm still
oh,
I will always consider myself to be a musician
mm,
first.
oh.
And then yeah, no, but I'm definitely not rich. I know a lot of people think that, when they see the American, they think, oh, he must be rich.
No, I don't think every American are rich, because we do because we do read American news.
Right. Yeah.
But teacher Mark, so how can we help you?
I don't know. Like, I wish I did know. I wish I knew how people could help me more, you know?
But I know for myself, I'm going to study English with you, right?
Well, that helps.
Yeah. Because because I have studied with you for free, like since I joined Hello Talk over a year already. So I need to do something for you too.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, yeah. If you want lessons, you can go to my website. That does help me a little bit because I built this website and I spent money to do it. And yeah, I do need to make some more money. And so at least private lessons is something, you know. But actually, I've been wanting to do something else too. I want group classes, but I can't get enough people to sign up for them.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's weird because it's so
Yeah.
cheap. My group classes are so cheap.
Yeah, I know. I have heard it before, so that's why I want to try this first. After I have more money, then I will try like.
So I think
one
what I need to
one.
do is I need to create a way for people to sign up for the group class like on a waiting list. I need a bunch of people to sign up on the waiting list for the group class, and then I can create the group class. Because I tried to just create the group class and get people to join, but not enough people did it. So, yeah, I think that's what I will do maybe later today is I'll try to sit down and figure out a way to make a new, like a waiting list for my group class.
Me.
Okay.
I will be the first
Okay,
one.
so go to my website and you can sign up for my website and then send me an email and tell me. And if if you sign up for my website, you'll get my email. If you send me an email and say I'm interested in the group class, then I'll put you on a waiting list for the group class. And then I just need 10 people.
Okay.
10
then I
people.
will try this first. Okay.
And yeah, it's very cheap, everybody. I know lots of people in the world can't afford my private lessons. You know, I still think my private lessons are very cheap, but I know if you live in India, it's expensive. You know, the price for my lessons is very expensive there. But so how much is it? Let's see. If you buy 12 classes, one group class is $7.50. But if you buy 12, each class is only $3.75 each.
Each?
Yeah.
One by one?
No. Those are for group classes.
Group.
Yeah, the group classes. And it's only 10 people. 10 people in a group class. So it depends on how you buy them. But if you only buy one class, then it's $7.50. If you buy, I think it's 8 classes, it's $5 each. If you buy 12, then it's $3.75 each, which is really cheap.
Very cheap because you're
Yeah.
English native speaker. Even cheaper than the English the English teach face to face here.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. For private lessons, if you want private lessons from me, it's if you buy only one, it's $15 for 30 minutes. But if you buy 12, then they're $12.50 each, which is still cheap if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. But I want
So-
to try the group first. After
Yeah.
I have more money, then I'll try one by one.
Okay.
Because I want teacher Mark to teach me about IELTS and then I can take the IELTS apply master degree, teacher Mark.
I'd be happy to help you, Xiaofeng.
Okay. And what's the other questions? I forgot. I wrote some while while I'm talking to you. While I'm listening to you.
Okay. Wow, too many.
Yeah. No, I will just ask a few because you already answered other students and I listened and I know. Your hobbies I already know. And what make you feel stressful, I already know because you do a lot of work, but you don't have money to do what you like. And
Pretty
I
much.
actually wanted to ask you, like, how often do you travel per year because you are a teacher, but you say you haven't had vacation over 6 years. So
Yeah,
then
I love to travel, but I haven't traveled in a long time. So yeah,
probably you can travel to cheap place first and then you.
yeah, but no place is cheap in America.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Every place is expensive here. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about going someplace that I could afford. Europe is very expensive too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
But yeah, we'll see. And yeah, for my Iranian followers out there, yeah, I understand. Again, like, look, I know that not everybody can afford even my group classes. That's expensive for some people, but that's why I do this for free, right? Like, I do live streams and voice streams for free because I know lots of people cannot afford it. But it would be nice if a few people who could afford it would try to buy my classes. And if you're in Iran, you can't even buy them anyway because of the sanctions and whatever. So they can't transfer money. So yeah. Anyway. But yeah,
And
that's why I do this for free.
Oh, and last question, because I know a lot of people want to talk to you, Teacher Mark. And last question is, it's my own problem. Like I do, because I love English. I have studied English since I was a kid, and I feel like I have this problem. Like I do watch English English movies or series. I listen to the English songs. I talk to the people on English in English on Hello Talk, but I have a problem because I'm the one who need to take IELTS. So I also like to memorize the vocabulary every day and listen to the postcard. And only one thing is that you mentioned that there are 8 ways about learning a new language, and the one way I cannot do it, I don't like reading. So I think reading it's really helpful, like for your grammar
Mm-hmm.
and for your vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
and for sense of spoken language. But I'm not patient to read because I think my English is not good enough to read. So this is my question. How can I
Did you
force
go
myself
did
to?
you go to the website that I sometimes suggest, eslfast.com? Have you seen that website?
Yeah, I checked, but I only checked and then I didn't.
Check it, because the reason I like that website is because they have about 3,000 short stories. Very, very short. Very short. You can read them in 2 minutes. It's not a long time, right? And they have many, many, topics about things, and you can learn vocabulary and you can learn grammar, and they have a recording of a native speaker so you can listen to it. And it's short. So if you don't have a lot of time, or you don't have a lot of patience for reading, or you feel frustrated
yeah.
because it's too difficult, try that website. Almost everything in that website is simple and easy, but that's good. Just because it's easy doesn't mean it's bad. It's good for you. It's good practice, right? And you'll learn some new vocabulary, some phrasal verbs, some grammar. Okay. So, ESL Fast is a good one for simple, basic reading. And then Xiaofeng, if you can't read books, then read something else, right? Read stuff like interviews. Interviews are great. Maybe you can find an interview from one of your favorite, movie stars or favorite TV stars or favorite musicians or singers, and read an interview about them. Or you can read about movies and restaurants. Read reviews. Read a review about a movie. Read a review about a restaurant. You can read about culture. Find something that you're interested in and go online and find articles. Articles are short. Okay. Books are
Okay.
great, but you're right. You need more patience and dedication for a
Yeah,
book.
yeah. Especially if you know, if you don't have enough knowledge about the vocabulary, then it's difficult to read.
That's right.
And teacher Mark, is it counted as reading? Because I like to watch English movies and then I use English subtitles only.
So. What I would say is you should get the transcript. Have you heard me talk about this before?
Oh yeah. I remember
Yeah, get the
the movie
transcript.
or
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a transcript means the printout of all the subtitles.
Yeah.
Right? And if you have that, that is much more useful for practicing your reading. You can look at it in your hands. You can make notes. You can circle things. You know, if you don't know the vocabulary, circle it. If you say, "Oh, I like the thing he just said. I like that. I want to remember that." You can circle it, right? So subtitles are okay, but not great because it's on the TV. It's going by too fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, you
very
can't
fast.
do anything with that. But if you have the transcript, you can use that to study. You know, you can use that to learn. So yes, movies and TV subtitles are good if you have the transcript. Okay, the transcript will make it much better for you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. If I can do it, and then I will do it. If I cannot do it, I will just study with you because I'm lazy to force myself. I already forced myself to study English in so many ways. But if I cannot do about the reading, I will just study with you.
Well, you know, what you just said is important. You've tried so many ways. That's one of the most important things about learning is learning becomes difficult when you only do it one way. But if you have
true.
many ways to do it, then you'll never be bored, you'll never be frustrated, and you'll never give up. So if you can't do it this way, find another way. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Advisor. Okay. And that's all my question for today.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Love you. Love you.
Thank you very much, Xiaofeng.
We love you. We love you. Bye bye.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Bye-bye.
time, teacher Mark.
All right.
Okay. Bye bye. Have a good day.
I needed her energy. She's got good energy. All right. People are asking for my site again. Okay, so there's my website there, afiecenglish.com. Yes, you can go there and sign up. Okay. And then here is my YouTube channel also, because this is being recorded now and it's on YouTube. Right? So two things. If you join my live streams and you have a time limit, you can just go to YouTube if you want to, and there's no time limit. Okay? And you can still type comments to me in YouTube. Okay? And also, all of my live streams on Hello Talk are being uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to watch this again later, you can on YouTube. Okay? So here's my YouTube. Whoops, no, not that one. This one. Okay, yeah, go to my YouTube and sign up and follow. Why does it keep giving the wrong one? So weird. Wow, that's weird. It won't let me type in my YouTube channel now? All right, well, search for AFIEC English. Maybe they blocked it on Hello Talk. Go to YouTube and search for AFIEC English and you'll find me. Okay? Hello, Alex. Hello, Maria. Am I going to play some music today? I don't know. Usually when I play music, everyone leaves. So I don't know. I know lots of people don't like music, or maybe they don't like my music. I don't know. But anyway. Thank you guys. So I think I need to just take a break for a while, and I have some work I need to do, trying to be successful again, trying to deal with my stress head on. Alex, what's the song you want me to play? Yeah, Flavia, I'm guessing that maybe HelloTalk added some kind of a new filter that you can't post links anymore, which is stupid. HelloTalk is acting too desperate. They keep making limitations on what you should do instead of just improving the app. You know, there are a million ways they could make money that don't feel like they're doing what they're doing now, which is degrading the app. And I know they don't like it when I talk about that, but I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Alex wants me to play We Found Love by Rihanna. Well, I don't know any Rihanna songs. But I'll tell you what, Alex, I'll write it down and I'll put it on my list for when I do come back to play some music. Okay? Right now, I need to take a break and go do some of my work, which I've been neglecting. But I will put it on my list. We Found Love. I'll write it down right now. Okay, so listen, everybody. It's been interesting talking about stress today. Thank you guys for listening. How can you sign up to take for waiting list for my English group classes? Send me an email. You can send me an email. Let me see if I can type my email address. afiecenglish@gmail.com. See if that works. Yeah, see, that doesn't even work. Okay, so again, let me try this. AFIEC English @gmail.com. So stupid. Yeah, they blocked all the links now, which is so dumb. But okay, afiecenglish@gmail.com. Go send me an email if you want to sign up for my group classes, and I'll put you on a list. Okay, I need 10 people. I just need 10 people to sign up, and then I can start my class. Okay, 10 people. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, join. Please, sign up. I just need 10 people, and then I'll start it. Okay? But I tried starting it without a list, and not enough people joined, so I couldn't start it. How much is it? It's $7.50 if you want only one class. But if you buy a group of classes, it's cheap. If you buy 8, it's $5 each. That's $40. If you buy 12, it's $3.75 each. That's $45. $45 US for 12 one-hour classes. They're 1 hour, by the way. 60 minutes of group chat with only 10 people. Okay? 60 minutes. Okay? Yeah, $3.75 each class. That's cheap. Okay? So please, send me a message, and I'll put you on a list. Okay? All right, everybody. So I need to go do some work. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been my first edition of the series Let's Talk About. Next time we'll do something more fun, not stress. We'll talk about something more interesting. Okay? Thank you, Belen. Thank you, Islam. Thank you, Xiaofeng. Thank you, Terry. Okay, guys, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, wherever you live in the world, and Don't forget to be a language warrior. I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Thank you, Gerson. Thank you, Mary Arias. Thank you, Japa. Okay, take care, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.